Equity versus equality, day 2. So these videos are meant to be watched in order because they build off of each other. So if you have not seen day 1 video, go back to yesterday's post or yesterday's email or yesterday's wherever you're watching this and make sure to watch that first because this video builds off of that one. So we're giving specific examples of what equality and equity looks like within the education system, okay? Further concretizing these points that I'm making and why equality is not the answer. I have worked as an educator in various capacities in K through 8 schools, from being a substitute teacher, mostly being a dance educator, dance teaching artist, dance instructing artist. It's called by different names, but I am in front of students teaching. I have also been a race and equity DEI lead teacher at a K through 8 charter school. So here's an example of equality. Let's say I'm a classroom teacher and I'm teaching a lesson. I am sitting at my desk, reading from a textbook, reading from my notes, and that's how I deliver the lesson. It's equal to everybody, right? Everybody's getting the same instruction the same way. But here's the problem though. It's not accounting for the fact that you've got kinesthetic learners, you've got visual learners, you've got auditory learners. So the person who works through the person who learns through experience, who learns through visual examples, they're not going to be doing as well on the test, or they're not going to be doing as well in completing their project as the person who they thrive off of just listening to information and then being able to implement what they hear. So that is an example of everyone receiving the same type of education. However, it's although it's equal, it is not equitable because it is not accounting for the fact that different people learn differently. So equity is about the teacher finding and implementing various ways of teaching the same lesson. So that entire lesson, they're switching from, the auditory, right, an auditory component where maybe they're reading from the text, or they put a podcast on that is supporting their lesson. Then they switch to graphics. They're drawing on the whiteboard, or they're showing a video. And then they also have some tactile exercises where the students can use their hands. They can walk around the room, right, to help it's keeping into account that everybody needs something different. So it is on that teacher, it is on that instructor to make sure that they are delivering their content in a way for as many of their students to thrive based on those students' individual needs. A current equitable example, or a current example of equity in the school system, are the usage of IEP plans. Those are individualized educational program. I might have messed up the acronyms a little bit, but it's individualized plans for students with special needs, okay, in a nutshell. And so those students are assigned, from what I have seen and in the schools that I've been in, they're assigned an individual aide who they check in with maybe once a week, twice a week, not once a week, maybe once a day, or however many times a day, so that they can get that extra support, okay, accounting for their specific needs as students in the special needs programs. And now I'm going to drop a graphic that has been widely used to show the differences between reality, education, equity, inclusion, these different terms, right? This graphic has been widely used throughout the education system. So I'm gonna throw it up in the video right now. And this concludes Equity versus Equality in a nutshell, day 2. Come back tomorrow for day 3, where we're going to be looking at specific examples of equity and equality in the workplace. Good stuff. See you tomorrow.